G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Now in this video, I'll teach you two different ways of playing this song. The first way will be a simple strummed version, and the second way, I'll teach you how to finger pick the song. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar and finger picking, then check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. For the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning, and you will need a capo on the second fret of your guitar. Alright, let's jump into the lesson. Alright, so I'm going to start by teaching you the easy strummed version. Now let's start with the strumming pattern, and it's really simple. There's just 6 down strums. Now the song is in 6/8 timings, so it counts like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. It's kind of got that waltz feel to it, so keep that in mind when you're playing the strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And in succession. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now let's start with the intro, and there's just 2 chords that we're going to play here. We just have the C chord and the G chord, and back to the C and back to the G. Each chord is played for one strumming pattern, so the intro, next let's move to the verse, and we have 4 lines of chords here. We're going to start with our C, then we go to an E minor, so keep your middle finger where it is when transitioning between the two. And then to A minor, so we can keep our middle finger here again, and we go to our A minor. And that's played for 2 strumming patterns. Then for our second line of chords, we have an F. Now you can play the full F bar chord like this, or you can play it like this. I prefer playing it this way, but there's no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever's more comfortable for you. So this method utilizes your thumb, and you got to reach over the top to hit that first fret of the 6th string, and the rest of your fingers are in place like that. So that's F, and then we go to a C, and then G for 2 strumming patterns. The third line of chords is F, G, and then A minor. Back to F, and then the fourth line of chords is C, G, and C for 2 strumming patterns. So in total, the verse sounds like this. Next we get to the chorus, and it's really simple. It's just 2 lines of chords. We start with an E minor. Now it's best to play this E minor with your middle and ring finger, because our next chord is a B7. And to play the B7, we keep our middle finger where it is, index on the 1st fret of the 4th, ring on the 2nd fret of the 3rd, and pinky on the 2nd fret of the 1st. So that's B7. That first line of chords is played through 3 times. And then for the second line of chords, we have our E minor, then A7, and then we have A7, so move your middle and ring finger down to the 2nd frets of the 2nd and 4th strings. Then we go to a D minor and G. So in total, the chorus sounds like this. And finally, the last thing we need to learn is the tag at the end of the song. And it's very simple because it's just basically the last 2 lines of the verse. So nothing new to learn there really. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you how to finger pick this song. And this song is great for beginners who want to start getting into finger picking. So let's start with the intro. Now all the chords I'm going to teach you are exactly the same as the chords I taught you in the easy version. And I'll have those chord shapes above the tabs so you can refer to them when you're switching between chords. So let's start with the intro. Now I'm going to teach you the basic picking pattern. Now this will apply to basically all the chords except for one, but I'll get to that later. Now for our finger picking basics, your thumb will take care of the 6th, 5th and 4th strings, and your index, middle and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings respectively. Ideally, your fingers shouldn't pluck any other strings other than the ones they've been assigned to. Now the picking pattern will go something like this. You'll hit the bass note of whatever chord we're playing. So for the C, it's the 5th string. And then the rest of the strings for this typical picking pattern will be 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So just a down, up motion. So for the C. Now for the G chord, we're just going to be putting our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string here. It's a lazy G chord. And now our bass note is actually the 6th string. But the rest of the picking pattern is exactly the same. So for the intro, we're just playing that C and that G chord through twice. So it's as simple as this. Next, we move on to the verse, and there's 4 lines of tab here. So the first line of tab is C for 1 picking pattern, an E minor for 1 picking pattern, and an A minor for 2 picking patterns. So for the second line of chords, we go to an F. Again, you can play the bar chord F, or you can play an F like this, where you reach over the top with your thumb to hit the bass note. So for the second line tab, we have the F for 1 picking pattern, the C for 1 picking pattern, and the G for 2 picking patterns. Then for the third line of chords, we go F for 1 picking pattern, our G for 1 picking pattern, A minor for 1 picking pattern, and back to our F. And the final line of tab is C for 1 picking pattern, G for 1 picking pattern, and C for 2 picking patterns. So that's it for the verse, and in total it will sound like this finger picked. Next we get to the chorus, which is just 2 lines of tab here. We start with an E minor, and again you should play this with your middle and ring finger, because then we'll need to transition to a B7, which looks like this. So we're playing 1 picking pattern for the E minor and 1 for the B7, and that first line of tab is played through 3 times. So that first line of tab, so play that through 3 times, and then the second line of tab is E minor, an A7 for 1 picking pattern, a D minor. So this is where we're going to change our picking pattern. We are now going to go bass note, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd strings. So down and up from there. And then we go to a G chord. So in total, the chorus sounds like this. And the final thing we need to learn is the tag at the outro, but it's really simple because we've already learnt it. It's the last 2 lines of the verse. And that's it for the finger-picked version. Alright, so now I'll be doing two playthroughs of the song. The first will be the fingerpicked version, and the second will be the easy strummed version. I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. A big thanks to my friend Diana for her awesome vocals on this playthrough. If you want to check out her channel, there's a link in the description below. Feel free to play these back as many times as you'd like to practice playing along to and see how you go. Hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson. Be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar and fingerpicking, then check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. It'd mean the world if you could hit that like button, hit subscribe, and click the little notification bell as well so that you don't miss out on my updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions, and requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.